Hello everyone and welcome back to Bacon. Also welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. We are continuing with Waltz's route, which so far is the sassiest route. I am fine, I am not okay. Oh, that's right. We were in the middle of her feeling very bad because she was reminded that of bad things. Okay. I am fine, I am not okay. I can't imagine that she would be willing to admit that she's fine just yet. But I really, really, really don't want to accidentally get the bad ending for this because I've been told it's pretty horrifying and I've had enough of that. I'm good. Please point it out if I accidentally miss a crystal. I don't want it. You don't look fine to me at all. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the little girl and her father as they disappear into the crowd outside the toy shop. I am. You still act tough even though you're hurting inside. I am not. Here. Oh. What is this for? In case you suddenly feel like crying. I am not going to cry. I am not that weak. Waltz frowns when I do not take the handkerchief from him. He puts it back into his pocket with a shake of his head. Aw. Correct! Haha! Crying doesn't make you weak, princess. Waltz's gaze moves to the set of teddy bears displayed on one of the shelves. He is quiet for a few moments before he speaks. He's affected by the curse. What? The king. He can't remember you because of the curse. That doesn't mean he never cared about you. That's the reason you looked so down, right? I was looking outside. I saw the way you looked at him. Doesn't he know that it's rude to stare? Ahem. Oh, and how did I look? Hurt? I turn away before Waltz can see the frustration on my face. He loves you, you know, more than you'll ever know. And how would you know that? You don't know him at all. Everyone has their own ways of expressing their love. I'm sure he has his own ways. Never, ever, ever assume you know these things, people. You have no idea what a person's relationship with their parents or any other person might actually be like. No clue, especially not behind closed doors. And even if there was a possibility, which it was indicated that Waltz might have known the princess before, maybe during the time when she had lost her memory, they had been friends or something. Possibly. It wasn't really shown in the other routes that he might have known her. So, who knows? I guess we're going to find out. But he hasn't been around the last 4 years. He has no clue how things have been. That's not okay to judge that. It's not okay to say, I'm sure he did. It's not always the case, unfortunately. By not being there for me when I needed him, he has never acted like a father to me. Princess, don't pretend to know what my life at the palace was like, Waltz. You tell him. This conversation is over. Let us return to the march and... Oh, a memory. Look at what I drew. Who's that you know you're not meant to be in here? Oh, King Gennaro this time. But I drew this picture of us. See, that is Mother and me. And you were holding Mother's hand. Go play somewhere else, Lucette. I'm busy. But you were always busy, Father. I just want to go to your mother. I'm sure she's looking for you. Okay. Aww. That was mean of him. I am vaguely aware of moonlight in my room when I sit up in my bed, heart beating painfully fast. What was I dreaming about? It felt like I was dreaming about the king, but why now? A few days have already passed since I saw him. I fall back into bed. I close my eyes and once again attempt sleep, but it hovers stubbornly out of my reach. What was that? Who could be making that noise at this time of night? I step out of my bed and head outside to investigate. There's no one here. The sound is coming from the tavern. Oh my. Well, okay, during Karma's route, it was actually best not to look outside. We're gonna check. We're gonna try checking first. I slowly turn the knob and open the door. Hello? The broom. The broom begins to hop toward me. I begin to back away. It's in the middle of the night. There's no way I'm going to sweep now. But the broom just hops past to cower behind me. That's some broom you got there. Waltz, what are you doing here? I couldn't sleep, so I decided to continue working on some of my puppets. But I accidentally stepped on the broom and it went berserk. I turned around and grabbed Mr. Broom, leaning it against its designated spot on the wall. But why are you here? I heard a sound. Correct, Amundo. As curious as always. It's going to get you in trouble, you know? It has several times at this point. I don't need to be lectured by you. I apologize for waking you up. You should go back to sleep. I would not be here if I could sleep. Might as well stay for a while. If that's what you want. Waltz turns back to his puppets on the table. He leans down over the puppets, checking their seams. Since you're here, I think you can help me. Help you? Oh, it's a little chameleon. What do you think of my newest puppet? I look at Waltz with surprise. With his eyes so wide and his lower lip jutting out, he almost looks like a puppy begging for a treat. Aw. Is he expecting a compliment on the puppet? Well, I look closely at the puppet's eyes. It looks evil? Really? I'm glad to hear that. It's going to be the villain in my next show. A chameleon is going to be your next villain. That's adorable. Thank you for the help, Princess. I'm glad that my mentor approves. Mentor? Okay, she said mentor, but I was actually legitimately, genuinely asking at the same time. Great minds think alike. Waltz doesn't answer. That's it? Indeed. I only offered an opinion, but he looks so happy. What a weird person. Waltz resumes his sewing in silence. He is very talented to be able to sew such a complicated animal. He has probably been doing this for a long time to be so skilled, possibly even longer than I expect, considering the nature of his curse. You look like you've got something on your mind, Princess. Well, you have never actually told me how to break your curse. I guess I haven't. Waltz clears his throat as he goes back to his sewing. I need to find Tinker Bell in Neverland. Oh right, you don't know the story. Mother burned all the fairy tale books in the palace before I could read most of them. And nobody would tell me any of the stories. Mother always forbid me from talking about them. Peter Pan is the story of a boy who never grows up. He's accompanied by a fairy friend named Tinker Bell, and the two of them live together in Neverland. In my case, Tinker Bell is a key that can open Neverland. And Neverland is a box, a family heirloom. My shadow is being kept in Neverland. That shadow is my magic. Once I get it back, my curse will break. Magic? I'm a witch, Princess. He says it so nonchalantly, like stating what his job is. I mean, technically that's kind of a job. He and Delora are the same. I have seen Waltz conjure flowers from thin air before, but I never associated that with the type of magic that witches do. You're a witch? A cursed witch? How is that possible? Only the Tenebrarum bearer has the ability to curse another witch. It's why I can only do simple magic nowadays. If I ever want to cast proper spells again, I'm going to need to find Tinkerbell in Neverland. You don't know where Tinkerbell and Neverland are? No, I don't. Does that mean you're stuck in this form forever? How about a story? I feel annoyance begin to simmer inside of me. Why do you do that? You changed the subject to purposely avoid answering me. No, that's not it, Princess. I'm trying to explain, and I think a story is the best way for me to do that. I am silent as Waltz reaches into his box of puppets. He pulls out two of them, then motions for me to sit in front of him. Puppet show! He holds out a puppet to me, and I can tell he intends for me to wear it on my hand. My feelings on the subject must show on my face, but Waltz is resolute. Please. I do not know what this will achieve, but maybe this way I'll finally get some answers. Fine. Oh, it's so CG, and he's adorable, and the puppets are adorable, and everything's cute. Waltz takes a deep breath. Once upon a time, there lived a princess who was always alone. She spent most of her time inside her room as her mother, the queen, forbade her from going out. The princess's only company were her dolls. But the princess so badly wanted friends that she would always sneak out of the palace to play with the children who lived in town. It's as if he is narrating my childhood. How do you... But Waltz continues speaking as if he does not hear me. One day the princess met a boy. The boy was a few years older than her and was the queen's faithful servant. The boy could see how lonely the princess was, and his heart ached for her. They became friends. Every day he would sneak into her room and would play with her. They spent 2 years like that until the queen found out. The boy was sent away and he never saw the princess again. Until a short while ago. Oh, really? So they were childhood buddy boys. I stumble back and the puppet slides off my hand as I stare at Waltz, my mind whirling. We've known each other for a long time, princess. This cannot be true. They were friends, and then they weren't friends anymore because the queen took him away. Aw. I actually had a childhood friend similar to that whenever I would go to my grandmother's house. And I would only go there during the summers and during the holidays, and he would come over and we would play, etc., and then he wasn't allowed to come over anymore, and I never knew why. His grandmother was weird and kind of strict, but strict in a weird way. So when she found out that he had a friend who was a girl, she didn't like it, and that might have been why. But at the same time, we still played a couple more times after she found that out, because she was friends with my grandmother before she just suddenly decided, you know what, never mind, I've changed my mind, you're not allowed to see each other ever again. And he was not allowed to come visit when she knew I was going to be coming to visit. I still miss him. I don't even remember his name because it was so long ago, but I miss my old friend. So I can kind of understand to a certain degree how sad this actually is. Waltz looks at me again, his expression full of melancholy. I always see that look. He wears it even when he is happy. He seems to carry that sadness with him wherever he goes. We were friends. I never had any friends. I would have remembered. That's what you remember. Your memories have holes in them, gaps that you can't explain. How do you know that? Because I was there when the queen ordered that some of your memories be erased. Mother? But why? I don't believe you. I don't believe any of this. I didn't expect you to believe me. Why is he looking at me like that? He looks like he is in pain. But he cannot be telling the truth. I stand up straight, my hands clenched into fist. I'm going back to my room. I almost run from the tavern area. Waltz does not try to follow me. Waltz's words loop persistently in my mind. We were friends. I sit on one of the chairs in the reception area trying to put my thoughts in order. There is no way that he was my friend. Oh, what is this? What a delight to run into the princess at this hour, though I must ask, why are you still awake, darling? I love you, Karma. I jump at the sound of Karma's voice. I turn to look at him. Karma frowns at the expression on my face. You look like you've seen a ghost. I can only stare at him in response. Oh my, is my beauty so captivating you find yourself at a loss for words? Oh, I miss your route, Karma. I miss you. I can't wait to see your sequel. No, I was just thinking about how beautiful his ego knows no bounds. That's what makes him such a delight. I roll my eyes and change the subject. What are you doing up this late? A nighttime stroll? I found myself filled with ennui. Right. I will go and retire for the night now. Have a good sleep. It'll be another long day tomorrow. You do not have to remind me. You still have a ways to go before you get used to the commoner's lifestyle. I certainly struggled with it. Karma barely works. I only see him slack off. But wait, are you a noble, Karma? Perhaps. 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 I love that man. This is going nowhere. This tavern is full of secretive people. I wonder if this lifestyle has anything to do with his curse. Well, I'm not planning to get used to the commoner lifestyle. I will break my curse as soon as possible. Seems like we both have a long way to go before that happens, princess. Oh, remembering what his curse is, it makes me say it. We don't want to play with you anymore. But why? We are friends, are we not? Friends? Who said that? You did. We were friends until you stopped sharing your toys. But that is because you still haven't... What? You haven't returned the toys I gave you. Returned them? You gave them to us. No, I did not. Let's go play with our real friend. Wow. The good of the people, Gennaro. Yeah, our real friends aren't selfish. Adults and children alike are apparently pretty horrible in this place. I warned you, dearest one. Didn't I tell you? People will only hurt you in the end. That's why I forbade you from playing with those children. I only want what's best for you. I am sorry, Mother. I am so sorry. Hush now, dearest one. Mother won't let anyone hurt you anymore. Oh my. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and end things here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am Bacon, and this so far has been Cinderella Phenomenon, Waltz's Route. If you like the video, feel free to like the video. If you like me, feel free to like, share, comment, all that lovely stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!